For centuries, humanity has pondered its origins and the vastness of the cosmos. Yet, it is only in recent decades that our scientific instruments have begun to truly unveil the universe's dynamic nature. What if an ancient text, compiled over 1,400 years ago, anticipated one of the most profound discoveries of modern astrophysics? We are examining the remarkable intersection of Surah Zariyat, an integral chapter of the Quran, and the contemporary understanding of the expanding universe, viewed through the lens of quantum cosmology. This isn't about proving faith through science, but rather observing an undeniable resonance. At the heart of our inquiry lies Surah Zariyat, verse 51:47. Translated, it states, "And the heaven we built with power, and verily we are expanding it." The Arabic original uses the phrase, وَسَمَاءَ بَنَيْنَاهَا بِأَيْدٍ وَإِنَّا لَمُوسِعُونَ. The term lamusiun is crucial here, derived from the root wasi'a, meaning to make wide, to expand, or to extend. This declaration, made in the 7th century CE, predates any known scientific theory of cosmic expansion by more than a millennium. The emphasis on power, by Aiden, also warrants a closer look within a quantum context. To fully appreciate this verse, it's vital to place it within its historical framework. In the 7th century, the prevailing cosmological models were largely geocentric, often describing a static, finite universe with celestial spheres. The concept of an expanding cosmos was entirely absent from human scientific thought. There were no telescopes capable of observing distant galaxies, no understanding of redshift, nor any theoretical framework that hinted at a dynamic, ever-enlarging universe. This renders the Quran's statement not merely an observation, but a profound assertion, made in a completely different scientific paradigm. Fast forward to the 20th century. In 1929, American astronomer Edwin Hubble published his revolutionary findings. Observing distant galaxies, Hubble noted a peculiar phenomenon. The light from these galaxies was redshifted, meaning its wavelengths were stretched towards the red end of the spectrum. Crucially, he found that the farther a galaxy was from Earth, the greater its redshift, and thus, the faster it appeared to be receding. This groundbreaking empirical evidence shattered the static universe model and provided the first concrete scientific proof that the universe is not static, but is, in fact, expanding. Hubble's law precisely quantified this expansion. It states that the velocity at which a galaxy recedes from us is directly proportional to its distance. The proportionality constant, known as the Hubble constant, is a key cosmological parameter. Modern measurements, refined by missions like the Planck satellite, estimate the current expansion rate to be around 67.4 kilometers per second per megaparsec. This means for every megaparsec, roughly 3.26 million light-years, a galaxy is farther away, it recedes an additional 67.4 kilometers per second faster. This numerical precision underpins our understanding of the universe's dynamic evolution. The discovery of cosmic expansion became the cornerstone of the Big Bang theory. Proposed independently by Georges Lemaitre in the 1920s, the Big Bang model posits that the universe originated from an extremely hot, dense state approximately 13.8 billion years ago and has been expanding and cooling ever since. Edwin Hubble's observational data provided compelling empirical support, moving the Big Bang from a theoretical concept to the dominant cosmological paradigm. This framework offers a coherent explanation for the observed expansion, the abundance of light elements, and the existence of the cosmic microwave background radiation. Further solidifying the Big Bang theory was the accidental discovery of the cosmic microwave background, or CMB, in 1964 by Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson. The CMB is residual radiation, a faint glow of uniform microwave radiation filling the universe, effectively the afterglow of the Big Bang. It represents the oldest light in the universe, dating back to about 380,000 years after the Big Bang, when the universe cooled sufficiently for atoms to form and photons to travel freely. This ubiquitous signal provides a direct observational snapshot of the universe in its infancy, a critical piece of evidence for its expansive and evolutionary history. Remarkably, the universe's expansion isn't merely continuing, it's accelerating. This astonishing discovery, made in the late 1990s, challenged previous assumptions that gravity would eventually slow down the expansion. The acceleration is attributed to a mysterious force known as dark energy, which cosmologists estimate constitutes approximately 68% of the total energy density of the universe. Its nature remains one of the greatest puzzles in physics, but its effect, pushing galaxies apart at an ever-increasing rate, is undeniable. This continuous, and indeed accelerating, expansion directly aligns with the active present tense of Surah Zariyat, we are expanding it. To bridge the Quranic verses' mention of power with the origins of expansion, we turn to quantum cosmology. This field explores the universe's earliest moments, when the entire cosmos was smaller than an atom, and quantum mechanics, not general relativity, would have dominated. It's here, at the Planck scale, that the very fabric of spacetime becomes a frothy, uncertain entity. Quantum cosmology grapples with questions about the universe's initial state, and how it could emerge from what appears to be nothing, a concept that resonates with deep philosophical and theological inquiries into creation. Crucially, in quantum mechanics, what we perceive as empty space is anything but. The quantum vacuum is a seething cauldron of virtual particles constantly popping into and out of existence. This isn't a void, but a dynamic, energetic medium. According to quantum field theory, even at absolute zero temperature, a vacuum possesses a minimum amount of energy, known as zero-point energy. This intrinsic energy suggests that space itself is not passive. It possesses inherent potential and power, aligning intriguingly with the Quran's assertion that the heaven was built by Adam, with power or capability. The theoretical energy density of the quantum vacuum, or zero-point energy, is astronomically high. While attempts to measure it precisely and integrate it into cosmology have faced significant challenges, including the cosmological constant problem, the underlying principle holds: a vast, inherent energy resides within space itself. Estimates from quantum field theory suggest a vacuum energy density so immense it could bend spacetime catastrophically, far exceeding the observed dark energy density. Though unresolved, this concept underscores the power implicit in the very fabric of existence, a latent potential that could drive monumental cosmic events, including expansion. In quantum cosmology, these vacuum fluctuations are not just theoretical curiosities. They are considered the potential seeds of the universe itself. According to some models, the universe could have emerged from a quantum fluctuation in the vacuum, a spontaneous appearance from an initial state of nothing. These fluctuations are governed by the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, allowing for temporary violations of energy conservation at very small scales and short durations. This mechanism provides a scientific pathway for creation without requiring pre-existing matter, effectively translating power into potential cosmic structure and the initiation of expansion. The concept of quantum foam, proposed by John Wheeler, provides a vivid visualization of spacetime at the Planck scale. It depicts spacetime not as smooth, but as a turbulent, bubbling froth of quantum fluctuations, where virtual particles and mini black holes constantly appear and disappear. This foam is a manifestation of the quantum vacuum, where geometry itself is constantly changing. In this view, the universe didn't emerge from absolute nothingness, but from this highly energetic, fluctuating quantum foam. The power mentioned in the Quran could be interpreted as this inherent dynamic energy of the quantum vacuum, leading to the universe's initial emergence and subsequent expansion. While the Big Bang describes the universe's evolution from a hot, dense state, the inflationary model, a refinement, addresses some of its initial puzzles. Proposed by Alan Guth and others, inflation posits a period of extremely rapid, exponential expansion in the first fractions of a second after the Big Bang. This burst of inflation smoothed out initial irregularities and stretched quantum fluctuations into the large-scale structures we observe today. It essentially provides a mechanism for how the power of the vacuum could drive the incredibly rapid initial expansion that set the stage for the Big Bang, a super-expansion preceding the ongoing Hubble expansion. Now, let's explicitly connect Surah Zariyat and the heaven we built with power, and verily we are expanding it to quantum cosmology. The power, by Adam, can be interpreted not as muscular force, but as an inherent capability or energy within the foundational fabric of existence, precisely what zero-point energy and quantum fluctuations represent. These quantum phenomena are considered the very building blocks of the universe, providing the latent energy and the initial impetus for its creation and expansion. Thus, the verse doesn't just mention expansion, but implicitly links it to a fundamental, powerful attribute of its construction. The continuous present tense in we are expanding it, lemucun, further deepens this harmony. It suggests an ongoing, dynamic process, not a singular past event. This aligns perfectly with the current scientific understanding of an ever-expanding universe, driven by dark energy, and possibly originating from continuous quantum processes. If the universe emerged from quantum foam, a state of constant flux and potential, then its expansion could be seen as a continuous unfolding of this initial power, rather than a simple outward movement from a fixed point. The Quranic phrase captures both the origin and the ongoing dynamic. Modern cosmology, especially quantum cosmology, delves into what might have existed before the Big Bang. While some models propose cyclical universes or a multiverse, others suggest that the Big Bang itself was not the absolute beginning of everything, but rather an emergence from a pre-existing quantum state, the quantum foam or a quantum vacuum. In this context, the Quran's assertion that the heaven we built with power could refer to the foundational quantum realm from which the observable universe, and its subsequent expansion, originates, rather than implying a void followed by creation. This aligns with a construction from an energetic substratum. The term heaven, sama in Arabic, in the Quran often refers not just to the celestial bodies but to the entire cosmos, the fabric of spacetime itself. If we interpret heaven in Surah Zariyat 51:47 as the entirety of spacetime, then the verse describes the construction and expansion of this very fabric. This aligns profoundly with Einstein's general relativity, where spacetime is a dynamic entity, warped by mass and energy, and indeed, capable of expanding. Quantum cosmology extends this by showing how this fabric might originate from a quantum state of power, providing a complete picture from initial building to ongoing expansion. Considering these modern scientific insights, Surah Zariyat 51:47 takes on a remarkable depth. It speaks of a universe that is both built with inherent power, a power that can be understood through quantum mechanics as zero-point energy and fluctuations, and is actively expanding. The dual aspects of creation, built with power, and continuous evolution, are expanding it, resonate with the most current scientific models that propose a universe emerging from an energetic quantum vacuum and then undergoing sustained, accelerated expansion. The precise language, devoid of anthropomorphic or pre-scientific imagery, is striking. It is crucial to maintain an investigative, neutral stance. This analysis is not an attempt to present the Quran as a science textbook or to prove scientific theories through religious scripture. Instead, it highlights an extraordinary congruence. Science relies on empirical evidence and testable hypotheses, while religious texts offer narratives of meaning and purpose. However, when an ancient text, without the benefit of modern instrumentation or theory, articulates a concept that so closely mirrors a fundamental discovery of 20th and 21st century cosmology, it invites contemplation on the nature of knowledge and the universe itself. This harmony between Surah Zariyat and quantum cosmology challenges simplistic interpretations of creation. It suggests that creation might not be a singular event from absolute nothingness, but an emergence from a highly potent, dynamic quantum vacuum, and an ongoing, continuous process. The idea of building with power takes on new scientific weight, pointing to the inherent energy and mechanisms within the universe's fundamental structure. This perspective can enrich both scientific inquiry, by suggesting profound insights into the nature of existence, and theological understanding, by offering a dynamic, expansive view of creation. In conclusion, the congruence between Surah Zariyat 51:47 and the modern scientific understanding of the expanding universe, particularly when viewed through the lens of quantum cosmology, is striking. From Edwin Hubble's observations of redshift to the theoretical underpinnings of zero-point energy, quantum fluctuations, and dark energy driving accelerated expansion, the Quranic verse stands as a powerful statement. It speaks to a universe built with power and continuously expanding. This is not a matter of scientific validation for faith, but an invitation to marvel at the potential for deep resonance between ancient wisdom and humanity's most advanced scientific discoveries, offering a more unified gaze upon the cosmos.